right, how's it going, my amigos and amigas? So recently there was this TikTok video that went viral, and it's about a woman complaining about a Chipotle worker not saying hi to her, and went as far as to dox her face and the place she works at. Yeah, you heard me right. People are now doxing anybody that doesn't say hi to them back in the big 2026. So yeah, the lady explains how she went into Chipotle in a very enthusiastic way with her husband, but as soon as she orders her food and the manager who was serving her doesn't do any eye contact with her, her entire day gets ruined.
Just went to Chipotle.
Alright, instantly, I do not need to hear you any further. What you did automatically makes you the villain of this story. Literally, the first thing she does is not only show the worker's face, but she also pulls out her receipt to show the address of the place. We all know there isn't any good reason to dox anybody, regardless of what they've done. Unless they're a pedophile, then hell yeah, I'm all for that. So later on, she just explains the workers were in a bad mood and that the manager didn't give her any eye contact and never gave the influencer or her husband any social attention.
I was so excited. My husband and I haven't had Chipotle in months. I went in such a good mood. The workers were in the worst mood. If they were just two workers, I would be fine, like whatever, they're just making minimum wage or whatever they're making. But one of them was a manager, if I'm not mistaken. I have been in the food industry my entire life, and she or they, whatever, were in a collared shirt versus the regular employees just wear a regular plain t-shirt. This lady was so rude. She did not make any eye contact with me. She could not be bothered to say any more than the bare minimum words.
Have you ever thought that the employee wasn't doing any eye contact with you because she was seeing that humongous forehead of yours, which is as big as your entitlement and ego? Dude, I literally created you when I was a kid. Get your ass back into the Nintendo Wii. Nah, but jokes aside, the fact that you're going out of your way to dox the place where the employee works at just because they didn't say hi back to you and wasn't giving you any eye contact is absolutely insanely criminal. She could have talked about her experience more privately, maybe talk to a Chipotle customer service or whatever, or if you're gonna post about it, at least do not dox the worker's job address and just talk about your experience so maybe it can gain Chipotle's attention or whatever. What you did is highly irresponsible and it makes you look even worse. It wasn't bad enough when they complained about some workers not saying hi to them back. Nah, you had to go as far as to dox the place where they work at. We all know that no matter the circumstances, doxing people should never be done. This is highly unacceptable behavior from her part. It isn't already enough for the workers to have to face daily verbal abuse from customers, having to do the same repetitive tasks for hours, all just to get a miserable wage. And then we got people like yourself who's part of the problem of making these people's job experiences miserable. So yeah, she just keeps on complaining about the very horrible experience of getting ignored by the manager while her food was being served. And again, she shamelessly pulls out the receipt.
This lady was so rude. She did not make any eye contact with me. She could not be bothered to say any more than the bare minimum words. Anything else? What drink? What this? What that? Like literally, I didn't even know what to say, but I couldn't even ask her, like, are you okay? Because she wouldn't even make eye contact with me. I just, like, if I'm buying 3 meals, I'm not walking.
Okay, but you got your food, right? Based on the receipt that you pulled out, I'm assuming you already got your food and probably ate it. So then why complain about this experience if you eventually got your food? The fact that you still went out of your way to dox where the people work at after getting your food order and nothing being wrong with it is unacceptable. Like, if they were to spit at your food or something like that, then maybe, just maybe, that would explain your reaction and it would have been sort of valid. But from what I'm hearing, nothing bad happened. She's just complaining over something so minuscule. It's so stupid that everybody but herself sees it. You don't have any idea of what these workers are going through. Maybe they're going through a rough time in their life, or they're just having a bad day because, you know, who doesn't have a bad day? But your ego, your big self-absorbed, entitled, egotistical self couldn't see that, and you're only selfish for yourself, for people to treat you well.
Nah, it wasn't enough for me to receive the food. Nope, the employee should have treated me like royalty.
So then she just says that she got her order and that the manager never told her if she wanted anything else. Basically, she was complaining about not being treated as a princess.
And asking for water cups and 1 bowl for 10 people. Like, I am buying 3 meals, a significant amount of money. I got my order, and at the end she told me the total when I got to the register, and she told me my total, and I was like, you didn't ask me if I want anything else. Can I get a large bag of chips? And it's just the entire interaction. Like, I cannot believe that they have a manager like with this attitude at Chipotle. At the bare minimum, they should be a regular employee. I can't believe that this person was that rude and that cold and that dismissive. Like, Chipotle, you need to do better in your hiring process. Obviously, you guys need to be more strict with your managerial hiring process and probably implement monthly evaluations at this point, because literally, because of this person, I will probably never go back to this location, or if I walk in and I see this person, I will leave.
Whoa, is that a threat? It looks like Chipotle just lost a customer, and that's a very low blow for them. Unless she was a frequent customer who ate there every day, I don't think Chipotle itself will care about losing you. I think the manager and the workers will be more than glad that you will never come back after seeing this video. Dude, nobody cares if you come back. Literally, nobody cares nor asks. The world before you stopped coming to that Chipotle and the world after you stopped coming to that Chipotle. Okay, so basically to sum up the video, all she did was to dox the manager and the place they work at just because they're an insufferable POS who feels like they're entitled to people treating them like a princess. That isn't how life works. People have bad days, and this instance might have been the case. Something that you need to understand is that it's not always about you. They're just going through stuff that nobody knows about, and they're just trying their best to show up to their job. And at the end of the day, you got your food, so there's no excuse to making this horrendous video. There wasn't any wrong food order. Nobody spitted on your food. You're just out there making yourself look like a clown. But yeah, it baffles me how she recorded this video, saw it multiple times, and did not see anything wrong with what she did. Now, the post itself got viral with over 188,000 views. The comments for the original video are still up, and some of them are against her while others are defending her. She's also been replying to some comments too, such as in this thread. So the comment reads, "So she did her job. People need to leave those people alone. They are literally abused verbally all day long for an unlivable wage. Give them a break. You have no clue what they may be dealing with. So many better things to make noise about." And she responds, "Y'all are fighting Chipotle like it's a family business." Dude, you have all that space in your forehead and you're still dumb? People are fighting in the comments for the employee. I literally made this whole video because your entitlement and lack of consideration for others. This just goes to show her mindset. Not even toddlers are this self-absorbed as she is. They at least have some empathy, something that she clearly lacks. It's just baffling realizing this world is filled with people like her who don't view employees as human. Whoever condones this influencer's mentality and actions, you gotta be clinically insane. Like, your ass needs to be put at a psyche ward. But yeah, this woman is insufferable. Her whole persona is insufferable and out of touch with reality. This isn't a fairy tale where everybody is happy and gleeful and whatnot. People have their own problems that have nothing to do with you, and when you get offended by the slightest thing, you proceed to dox the place where they work at and leak their face onto the internet while making an embarrassing video of yourself. I really hope that if she has a job, wherever she works at fires her from her job, just like how they did with the other woman who stole a trash can after the Knicks won. But anyways, what do y'all think about this? Leave it down in the comment section below. And yeah, that's about it. See you later.